How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. So over on total for the daily, it does look like we did get a little bit of a pullback, so we did break that support level. I would exercise caution at this point because right now that VWAP, that yellow wave, is favoring bearish, which will bring that momentum lower, causing money flow to remain in the red. If we continue to see a pullback here, then it's likely we're going to continue to drop away. That stochastic is starting to weaken. RSI is starting to pull back. So watch this 1 hour. Remember, if the lower time frames are more bearish, then we could end up breaking away. Over on the 1 hour, it does look like we still have that bearish continuation as we have lower highs and lower lows that don't connect very well. So we don't have a descending channel here. This is more of that bearish continuation when they do not connect. That will cause us to continue to drop if this VWAP remains in the bearish territory. Right now, the VWAP attempted to make a bullish trend by getting higher highs with higher lows, but we rejected and we are getting a lower low. So if we fail to see a higher high from here, we will see momentum pull back. Money flow would remain in the green, and then higher time frames will continue to sell off as well. Now, over on Bitcoin for the daily, we did see a little bit of a pullback, so this could again set us up for this futures where we may have a little bit of a drop down, and then we can pump up for a fill of that gap later. Remember, when you create those gaps, you have an 80% chance to fill, so when you have probability on your side, that's very favorable. Our VWAP is starting to push into bearish territory after getting a lower high, so I would watch that momentum. If that momentum continues to drop away, money flow will continue to pull back and price action will start to sell off, as they'll show we have more selling pressure than buying pressure. Over on the 1 hour, it does look like we had that just straight descending channel, tried to pump up from. This is where we were last night, and then we got a continuation, so I would watch out because this does seem to be a trend, and this could be a trend downward if we do not see that VWAP push into a bullish trend. Right now, that VWAP does have a higher low, and we are trying to make a bounce, trying to push that momentum higher and giving that money flow some strength. If that VWAP can remain in the bullish territory from here, then we could continue forward. However, if that VWAP gets a lower high, then we see a lower low. We will see another trend like this bring us back down, possibly somewhere around that 94, 93K support level. So over on graph for the daily, it does look like we are rounding away here as well. Our stochastic is pushing down, RSI is weakening, the VWAP is favoring bearish with lower lows and lower highs, causing momentum to drop and keeping that money flow in the red. Over on the 1 hour, does look like we have just a straight channel down, so this was a pretty brutal beat down. Usually when you get a quick move one way, you do retrace it, so that does mean we do have a high chance to bounce up, and the MPP does project. We may hit that 9.5 cent range. That VWAP is getting a lower low though, so watch that VWAP. If it cannot recover and get a bullish trend from here, momentum will remain bearish, money flow will remain red, and the overall trend will still be a downtrend. Remember, we need that VWAP to hold bullish and that money flow to hold in the green if we're going to see a run up. Over on XRP for the daily, does look like we're pretty locked into our channel here overall. We're probably one of the best ones today where it didn't lose quite as much as the rest besides file. Stochastic is starting to pull back, RSI is starting to weaken, and VWAP is bearish and our money flow is starting to pull back, so I would exercise caution here. Over on the 1 hour, we did attempt to get our break forward, so we did try to push forward pretty much right where we had that line, and then we saw a rejection, so that rejection could have been your clue that the bears would remain in control. Our stochastic is starting to pull back, RSI is pushing down, VWAP does have a shorter high, so watch out for this consistent low. If we continue to drop away here, momentum and money flow will remain red, that'll weaken those higher time frames, and then that could bring us down toward that $1.90 range. Last but not least, we have Anchor for the daily. We are starting to retrace here as well. Again, our MPP is projecting a decent bounce forward, but I would watch just because it projects it now doesn't mean it's going to happen. Remember, we've seen that MPP project things and it doesn't play out all the time. That VWAP is favoring bearish, bringing momentum lower and causing our money flow to remain in the red. So overall, that daily is not very strong. Over on the 1 hour, again, we do still have that gap to the upside, so 1931, and then we do have some other gaps from previous price action, like around this 2035. So we have a few gaps to the upside that we could end up filling. That combined with Bitcoin's gaps to the upside may leave us a kind of point that we can jump up to. There's a 50% chance of seeing a lower high though, so watch out if we do get that lower high, because then we may see another leg down. But as long as we do not see lower highs or lower lows, we can continue forward, fill these gaps, and see bullish momentum. Our momentum is pushing forward. Our VWAP is trying to bounce off that neutral. And if that VWAP can continue off our neutral, momentum will continue higher. Money flow will get bounced back, and we could push into the green. That would then strengthen higher timeframes and help push them higher as well. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. Hit the like and subscribe, and join us in that Discord.